This is Operation Supply the Occupation 4-4. Since Series 4 started, shortly after the permit was revoked for the protesters to stay in Acacia Park, those protesters who did not have a stable home to go to had met with a whole bunch of people in the movement that were willing to take them in and keep them protesting rather than just, have them be scattered by the police tearing down their protest. So, a few different Occupy safe havens have arisen. Rita's, John's, and Jack's. And Jack runs Occupy Safe Haven North, which I visited in order to see what they might need to make a communal meal, because communal meals are cheaper and they feed more, and it gets more done. So when I visited to check out the situation, one of the protesters, who will be in the video shortly and only wants to be known as Blaze, he had a seizure coming out of the bathroom. And at first he just took a knee and I didn't know what was going on. And then he just face planted and he went into a seizure. And it turns out he is a combination of epileptic and diabetic. And because he had not been eating right, he didn't have access to simple sugars from fruits. He went into an epileptic seizure caused by his diabetes right there in front of us, and it was kind of scary. I almost ended up calling 911, but he came out of all of it, so we held off on calling 911. But I was right there with my phone like, no, don't tell me no. I want to call. But his face turned beet red, and the skin between about right here on his head and right here on his head turned really pale white. And to see the two differences in skin color on him was just freaky after he had that seizure. But he's okay now, and the apples portion of what I did for the supply run was for him, basically. So that's why the big bag of apples are right next to all of the spaghetti fixings, because I know it probably doesn't make sense that apples and spaghetti, So here's what happened. Very sorry for the time that my camera was dead, so I used my phone, and sorry that my finger kind of crept into the shot, but yeah. Okay, for this run, it cost $55.79. Hope you can see that. It's kind of blurry on my phone camera. I'll get it in the sun or something. Okay, whatever. We've got one bag of apples, 3 6.5-pound jugs of spaghetti sauce, one giant thing of Parmesan, 2 6-pound boxes. Alright, we all know Jack.
Hello. You know me. I'm Blaze.
Oops. Hold on.
So here we are. Here we are at Occupy Safe Haven North site.
Yeah?
Clifton taking care of Operation Supply the Occupation. What is this? 4.3 dash? What are we on?
I think this is 4-4.
4-4.
4-4. Yeah.
Well, we got about...
I'll renumber it if we're wrong.
Right.
Right.
About 10, 11 people, 10, 11 occupiers here, so...
All right.
We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm Blaze, one of the occupiers, grabbing food for the people, kitchen at Safe North. So this is part of it, and thank for everybody's support, and hope you see you guys at the next DA and get together and let's occupy this Wall Street.
Any food donated to Occupy Safe Haven North site goes into a pantry marked the People's Food, which means it's for all human beings.
Wow.
All right. It's cool. The apples were especially because he just had that seizure, you know.
Well, so you should get some natural sugars in it.
Yeah. Everybody, he's diabetic and he's epileptic, and he just had a seizure because he's not eating right.
Yeah.
So that's what the apples were for.
Well, at least he's sleeping. At least we got a warm, safe place for him to sleep. At least when that happened, there were people around to make sure he was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's life, I suppose.
All right. Well, we're going to skip going up there because it's just not respectful to some of the people that they don't have anywhere else to go. But we are here, and we all know Jack.
We could go up and have a look around if we just asked everybody first, like, hey, if you don't want to be in this, step outside, smoke a cigarette. So
we're going to see if we're brave enough.
Yeah.
Jack,
Yes.
this is where you've let a whole bunch of people stay.
Yes.
What was the count last night?
11.
11? Sweet. And this is the people's food.
That's right. That's food for all human beings. Everybody's welcome to it. Any food donated to Occupy Safe Haven is the people's food.
And this is the people's food. We weren't joking. It's actually labeled the people's food.
Right. So when people are like, "Can I have some of this? Can I have some of this?" It's like, "Hey, look at the fridge. Look what's written on it." Yeah.
And it actually is written the people's bath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and clear shot. Because I used my other phone, my phone in before. Oh, yeah. Get some light on that. Hold on. There we go. 55.79. Plain as day right there.
Thank you so much.
And tonight, that is going to feed at least 11.
Yeah.
And probably be more for a while. So.
Maybe this is the solution the world needs. We just share food, share shelter, so everybody's got their basic needs taken care of.
Yep. Want to show us the new painting?
Sure, you want to see the new painting?
There's a new painting, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
I have to back up to get this painting.
Yeah. This thing kind of
Does it matter if it's sideways? Because I think I can get it in widescreen
about that.
if I do that.
Well, there's really like no up and no down, no foreground and no background. You can turn the painting to any orientation that you like. It's about 75% done now.
75% done?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Awesome.
He's a little more on top, but you see it.
What? Well, which way is top?
I mean, okay, it needs a little more. It needs a little more. So in the process of working from coarse to fine, it needs a little more fine detail. How about that way?
Okay.
How about that? Yeah.